Oh my God! Did you see the body cam footage from the Nashville? I mean,
Heroin.
terrifying, and terrifying that like Republicans keep trying to say they're the pro-police party. That we make police do that? Oh my God! It looks like a raid in Fallujah or something. And by the way, I mean, good on them because that took some courage, and this is why it doesn't always work out in there because the police are terrified of AR-15s, understandably. And I also saw the footage, by the way, of the shooting the doors out, right?
Yeah.
So there goes the door's excuse that the door was unlocked. You don't need it doesn't matter if it's a locked door when you have an AR-15.
Nope.
So good for Ted Lieu and others that were speaking
And
out.
even if it's a solid, I mean, it was a glass door, so she was able to shoot the glass. But even if it's a solid door,
shoot through
an
a lock.
AR-15,
take
just
out a
shoot the
lock.
lock off.
Richie Torres tweeted, the assault weapons used at this horrific school shooting in Nashville were bought legally by the shooter while she was under care for an emotional disorder, according to Nashville PD. The NRA and those promoting AR-15s have the blood of innocent children on their hands. I don't know what's better or worse, that you go, she got all of them legally, despite the fact that she was clearly emotionally
But
disturbed.
she lives in Tennessee, a state where they have made it so easy to get guns.
Right.
Like even her therapist couldn't stop her from getting a gun under
Right.
their laws right now.
Right.
They've made it easy for people
Yeah.
who shouldn't have guns to be able to. There should be a database that a psychologist can put a person's name in. They can't buy guns.
Yeah.
Period.
It's the guns. It's the guns. It's the guns. We can talk about it all day long. Statistics are everywhere. It's not just every other country. Quote Digger said, "Did you know when Bill Clinton passed the assault weapons ban in 1994, mass shootings dropped by 43% after George W. Bush and the GOP let the assault weapons ban expire in 2004? Mass shootings increased by 245%. These numbers tell a story." Well, no kidding. Like for the people that keep saying they don't work, yes, they work. They work in every country in the world. Hold please. I have letters. We get letters every day.
Okay.
Hold on. From Raleigh in Michigan. This everybody was talking about. The Honorable Republican jackass Tim Burchett, who I thought, like, at least you get some honesty. A guy that just says, no, we're not going to fix it. I mean, it's horrible, but at least he said what all the GOP are really thinking. He's like, we're not going to fix it. Nothing you can do.
I hope every Democrat pulls that footage, runs that in ads, and says, this is your GOP party, and then challenge whoever they're running against to disagree with him that you're going to do something about this.
Yeah. The Honorable Republican jackass Tim Burchett, Tennessee representative, is quoted as saying, "We're not going to fix school shootings. Someone wants to kill you. Can't be stopped." He apparently is not familiar with Japan, where only police or military can buy a rifle or a handgun. Licenses for shotguns or air rifles are quite difficult to get. In 2019, Japan had 3 deaths from firearms. The U.S. had 37,038.
He's not going to change his mind because he gets his knob washed by the NRA.
And he doesn't have to worry about it because he homeschools his daughter, so she won't get shot up in a school.
How disgusting is that? Oh, I don't have to worry. I homeschool. Really? It's like everybody every parent wants to homeschool their kid.
Not every parent can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of us still believe
they don't have the luxury of homeschooling their kids.
Still believe in school and teachers and socialization and other kids.
And
oh my God.
A lot of parents can't afford it. They have to work.
Right. Sorry, I'm going to steal my child's childhood, so you should steal yours too. Don't let them get, socialized or exposed to any other books or ideas
at
outside
least you can get
of what
books from Ron DeSantis in Florida that don't have Rosa Parks in them.
Someone named Chris Lavoie.
What? Hey.
Fine gentleman on Twitter.
I've heard of him.
Said it is time to start showing the bodies of mass shooting victims on television. Maybe that would move the needle on actually doing something. And I saw Jody Hamilton said agreed. Yeah. And I get it. It's up to the parents, but it's up to the courage of people like Emmett Till's mother. And having had Fred Gutenberg on and seeing the courage of the Nicole Hockleys and all of these parents over years, their pain can't get any worse.
No.
I bet you a lot of them would agree to it.
I think
because
so.
their pain, it's hard to get much worse pain than what they've already been through.
It's the only thing I can think of that would move the needle on this issue.
I hear where you're coming from, and I totally understand that point of view. But also, I feel like most of us in this room, we don't need to see a dead body to understand what it is.
Something needs
and
to
these
move the needle.
ghouls on the other side will look at it as that's the price of our freedom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You have more and more kids that are at these marches, like the march shirt I'm wearing, because I have a lot of them. But the signs they're holding, if I get killed in a school shooting, put my body on the steps of Congress. I mean, there are kids now that are actively asking, no, show my body if this happens to me.
Well, I mean, Washington Post had that huge report that came out over the weekend that showed
exactly what happens to a body.
Happens to a body when
it's shot by an AR.
Yeah.
Type rifle.
Carlos Alzraqui on fire as usual. I'm quoting everyone that's already on the show that I could just presumably ask because they're sitting right in front of me today.
Well, he's going to be on the show in the third hour.
You can say it to his face.
Yeah.
But he just said guns and ammo 6, thoughts and prayers 0. Yet another victory for guns and ammo. Rude Pundit, I said, I love all these holes who think they're dunking on us by pointing out the gender identity of the Nashville shooter. Hey, guess what, gunners? We don't want anyone to have access to assault weapons. That includes trans people.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, my God. It's hard to find someone more despicable, whether it's Don Jr. or Tucker Carlson, who literally said he declared that transgender people are the natural enemy of Christianity because they claim dominion over nature. Oh, well, good. That's a good time to promote more violence toward trans people now because, right? He said the trans movement is the mirror image of Christianity and therefore its natural enemy. She went to this Christian school.
Yeah.
She was Christian or was raised that way.
Yeah.
So tell me where, there wasn't enough God or religion in schools that's causing this.
Well, I mean,
right?
then I want to ask Tucker Carlson, has Mrs. Carlson had any plastic surgery done? Because you know what? That's an affront to God then, apparently, under his rules right there.
Yeah.
No offense to you, Stephanie.
Pardon me. I'm guessing there was no need for a vaginal rejuvenation in Mrs. Carlson's case since it's.
He wanted her to have bigger cans. I'll bet you anything.
Yeah.
Oh, she might need one after getting Buckley out. She may need to freshen that thing up.
Here's why they're. It's a lightly used vagina. Does she put it on eBay? Probably only the time Buckley came out.
You know, anything that had Buckley forced through it, it's going to need some work.
She's the only thing drier than Carrie Lake and Ben Shapiro's wife. Okay, I don't know. I put that together at the last minute.
Carrie Lake?
I was trying to think of dried up lakes.
That
and Ben Shapiro. I don't think there's ever been a lake there.
Oh God, he's never had sex.
That's always been a desert, a barren, empty wasteland.
I would bet you that Carrie Lake. That lays loose, I bet.
Okay. I think she is.
Santiago Mayer, the young activist, said, Dear GOP, this is just a reminder you've collectively traumatized an entire generation and that our voting power grows stronger every election. See you soon. This is why they're doing everything they can to stop young people from voting.
Yeah.
Make sure, they're taking voting precincts out of colleges, making sure you can't use student ID. They see them coming.
Yeah.
Right? They know on particularly this issue, they have had enough, right? Someone named Carlos Alzraqui again.
Well, hey.
On fire. Hang on, I'm saving these to.
Okay.
Say to his face.
He said, from what I can tell, God is powerless to stop school shootings, thoughts, and prayers, but has a good track record with winning sports championships and acting awards. Yeah, apparently. It's the only thing the right wing thinks God is capable of. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. David Frum. Some great points. I'm seeing in some comments a theory that antidepressant use is the crucial variable that explains gun massacres. If so, Japan would have seen massive surge in mass shooting, but no, it's the guns.
Yep.
Did I mention that it's the guns? It's the guns. Also, it's the guns. David Frum also tweeted, all developed countries have video games, single mothers, Ritalin prescriptions, cases of gender dysphoria. Only one allows such easy access to guns, and in particular guns so suitable for mass shootings, and that's the one that has so many mass shootings. What do we have? 300 million people? We have 400 million guns. Have I mentioned that it's the
guns?
Yes. Joyce Vance followed up David's tweet and said, follow the money. It's all about making it by selling guns and perpetuating the culture, and we all know that. The answer is to vote out people who refuse to protect our children. Voters really do have that power. I mean, I have to hope that parents look at this parents' rights bill that's going nowhere and it ensures parents no rights at all.
Nothing to
that
save
they
your
prefer
kids.
to have the right to have their child come home from school. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say, I think this goes beyond guns, though, because the other piece of the problem in this country is that we have decided as a country that violence is a solution to our problems.
Right.
That is not the default in other countries. But I mean, they want to attack. They think that, a gun is not going to solve the problems that you are dealing with at home if you are having emotional problems, if you're depressed.
Right.
If you get into a fight with your neighbor, you go and you work it out. You don't shoot them.
Yeah, you have the former president inciting violence every day. What's this morning's story?
Oh, God.
Trump posted a supporter's call for retribution over his potential arrest with the provocative message, they want a war, let's give it to them. He retweeted Wayne Allen Root, who said, Democrats want to indict and arrest President Trump, want a war, let's give it to them. I mean, it's so casual, this use of civil war and, violence. Yesterday, Trump supporter arrested outside Manhattan court after pulling a knife. According to a journalist, the woman is a Trump supporter. She allegedly pulled a knife after getting into a verbal fight with a pedestrian on the sidelines. A Trump supporter was just arrested across the street from the courthouse. She was holding a sign, I stand with Trump to you, got into a verbal fight and then pulled out a knife. I mean, nothing's happened yet, right? You know what I mean? If you're listening to him, I'm going to get arrested. Oh, he's already dropped it. I mean, I don't know. None of us know. We know the grand jury is not meeting. I guess is it today? So it's not this week, but it's.
But that goes to the point that I was making. If you get into an argument with someone, your solution to end the argument is a knife.
Yeah. Well, it is if you're a Trump supporter, apparently. Yes.
Might I point out that Wayne Allen Root?
Yes.
Doesn't look like he could win any kind of fight.
No?
He's a little doughy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black Knight retweeted back at the governor of Tennessee, who offered, of course, his very deep concern. And he said, hey, Dip, who signed the permitless carry law here in Tennessee? I'll give you a hint. It's the same guy banning the drag shows while his lieutenant governor chases young boys around Instagram. You guessed it. It was you.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, my God. I totally forgotten that wrinkle. You're too busy banning drag queens while your lieutenant governor is on Instagram.
Chasing twinks.
Right. Heart emojiing and flame emojiing. Okay, I can't. All right, and one last one. Jeff Tiedrich says, pro tip, if your solution to the Nashville school shooting has anything to do with more guns, more cops, fewer doors, armed teachers, thoughts, prayers, or how you would have solved it with your own weapon, kindly sit down and shut the up. You are useless, Dip. Thank you. Oh, my God. It's just... they trot out just the same stuff, and now it's just, you can almost feel their glee. Like somebody tweeted to Don Jr., like, wow, you just think you found your thing, don't you? That this was a trans shooter. Like, oh, we have to, I mean, right?
With no knowledge of anything, Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about this person being on testosterone boosters.
Right.
And that's why this happened. Marjorie Taylor Greene knows jack about what was going on with that person and what kind of treatment they were under. And they just started using male pronouns just recently. We don't even know if they've actually even had any gender-affirming care.
Right.
And it's just, meanwhile, they ignored the, I don't know, what is it, Chris? I'm going to say 11 billion shooters that were white, right-wing, supremacists, right? That were Trump supporting, almost word by word, Trump manifesto,
Only when it's
spouting white supremacists, yes.
Only when it's those people, they say, oh, it's too early to talk about blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Too soon.
And you're not going to talk about that.
It's still too soon to talk about gun control with this one, too.
Right, but it's not too soon to talk about the gender of the shooter.
And by the way, still a white Christian.
Right.
Even just because you don't want to talk about...
Also, thanks to Melissa Joan Hart for helping get the kindergartners out of that school. She was nearby, and she was helping evacuate the school.
Wait, what? Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Melissa Joan Hart was there.
Using her regular powers, not her not
she
her
posted video
powers.
of it.
Yeah.
Was the cat there?
No, Salem wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Minocqua Brewing Company is excited to partner with Equality Vines to create Choice Wine. Choice Wine comes in two choices, Rosé and Sauvignon Blanc. This wine was created to support women's reproductive rights after the Supreme Court rolled back Roe v. Wade in 2022 and caused chaos all over the country. For all you viewers on the Political Voices Network, go to choice.equalityvines.com and type in the promo code PVN to get 10% off on Choice Sauvignon Blanc and Choice Rosé.